Hello, what is up everyone? This is Vendetta, and today we're going to be looking at the Brooticus Birthday Bash Final. Oh, this is going to be so good. So it's been a long time waiting, but I promise you, you will enjoy this battle. Now, it's a lovely sunny day here in Hampshire, in southern England, and I'm sat here with my fridge shake, and I'm ready to Mr. Roboto. So let's just go see if we can find it. Here we go. So the final, here it is, guys. So we're going to be playing on the Ishiyama Ruins, and we've got the Italian beast who is Belriose, and we've also got the Swedish Mr. Mafia over there. It's going to be AmaTeresU. So AmaTeresU was, of course, our finalist in the CC, the Christmas Cup, and Belriose, I think, didn't play in that. I don't know if he played in the CC, but he might have done. But this time, obviously, he's certainly got very far. Both of these players have been pretty accomplished. Belriose obviously beaten Surav, who's a pretty fearsome German, if I may just say so. And AmaTeresU is a very, very good player, beating Goran. And he beat me. Less me, but definitely Goran. If you beat Goran, let's put it this way, you're definitely going to be a decent player. So let's look at what we're going to be playing as. The Ishiyama Ruins has obviously got this hill in the centre ground, which means it's going to be pretty difficult to use any sort of matchlock units. But we've also got 4 key buildings, so to go along with the 20,000, yes, I said 20,000 Koku Fun battle, let alone that it's classics. We've also got 4 key buildings, so, go large or go home. So, Belriose is not going to be changing any of his tactics. He's going to be playing as the Otter Clan, and this is pretty much the strategy we've seen him play all tournament. So he's just gone for some 4 very basic long Yari units. Obviously, we have got a cap on 5, but he's decided to go for 4. But 4 is enough, as it does give you enough length to cover a good amount of ground. He's then also got some matchlock Ashigaru. He's got 2 of those guys. He's got warrior monks. Has he got, how many warrior monks has he got? He's got 2 warrior monks. It looks like he's got 2 Nodachi on either side. Long. Oh no, he has got a 5th long Yari, just sort of protecting his back there. He's got his general, who again, it doesn't look like he's playing the Oda Nobunaga, because otherwise that would say obviously Oda Nobunaga there instead of general there. He's then also got 2 Great Guard, I think, and 2 Yari Cav. So this is a pretty similar build we've seen him basically bring every time. He's got 2 Bow Cav as well. He's probably got some more cavalry hidden about, but we will see in a short time. So AmaTeresU here is going to be playing as the Tokugawa. So these guys obviously historically had they were the last shogunate in Japan. So they had a 250-year dynasty ruling, starting with Ieyasu. Anyway, that's enough of a history lesson. So let's go into what his army. So he's got 2 matchlock samurai up front. That's pretty beast. He's then got Naginata warrior monks, which is going to be pretty useful. Those guys are rested up slightly, but not very much. He's then got a Yari hero, and he's got some bow warrior monks. Yes, 3 of those guys, so he's gone very, very skirmish heavy. This is a bit of a risk whenever you run a skirmish heavy army compared to a melee heavy army, because sometimes you can't have enough sort of melee troops to actually back yourself up. But we'll go why he's probably picked this army in a minute. He's got 2 Katana Samurai here with some decent... Oh no, he's got 4 Katana Samurai here, so they've got some very good stats. Obviously, he's thinking about holding the Naginata in the centre, and then pulling around these Katana units on the flanks, which sounds like a good idea. That's something you want to be doing when you are going to be playing long Yari units, because obviously you can't run through the spear wall, otherwise sometimes it does break it up. Anyway, so he's got his general here. Again, doesn't look like he's going to be playing any special general. Then you've also got the Yari Ashigaru over here, and yeah, he's got a pretty big... it's got quite a big cavalry component. He's got Yari Cav, 2 Great Guard Cav, and a mounted gunner. Wow, that's a big dick unit. Anyway, so this is pretty much... I think the only restriction I placed on this this map was the fire rockets. That was the only restriction I think I placed. It is 20,000 Koku Fun Battle. And yeah, I do hope you guys enjoy. So what were we going to talk about? Oh yeah, the reason why he's probably bought so much skirmishing units as AmaTeresU is probably because he's seen that Belriose is going to be playing as the Otter Clan. Now, as the Otter Clan, you want to be bringing an awful lot of long Yari, because these guys really will just hold your position. They'll hold your center. They can be any type of sort of melee troop. They can be any of them. So, they can counter any sword charges by Nodachi katanas, spears, monks. They can pretty much counter the whole lot. So really, I mean, whenever I play against any long Yari units, or if I know someone's going to be bringing a spear wall defense, what I'll do personally is I'll either bring ninjas to ninja bomb the crap out of it, make sure it breaks the formation up, and if the enemy does put his spear wall into loose formation, you can then charge in your you know, your melee troops, to which they're vulnerable and they'll get slaughtered. Or the other tactic is that you can just bring a lot of ranged units, which it looks like AmaTeresU is going to do. Obviously, this is going to be a little bit more risky because, as I said, you may not have enough melee troops to hold the line. However, when you're playing as a sort of long Yari spear wall defense, you know, you're not really going to be doing the attacking. You don't want to be doing that. If someone's not going to be attacking and I'm using a spear wall, I'll always just truck my guys up if they're not going to attack and wait for them to charge into me. But you never ever want to be attacking that dead on. So it looks like we've kicked off the battle and AmaTeresU is winning as of far. Only a few men have been killed, but it's enough. So he's going to retreat his mounted gunners back to the safety of his Great Guard and his Yarikav. So these Yarikav can't do anything. I'm not sure what Belriose is doing. He doesn't want to be charging these guys in. Get them back, Belriose. You don't want to be doing that. And yeah, AmaTeresU is just going to be throwing those guys off. He's captured the archery dojo, which is definitely going to help all of his ranged units. As you can see, these guys have got 40 reload skill, and these guys have got 75 reload skill. Holy crap, thank God they're next to the archery dojo, because they're going to be needing some refills. And it looks like Belriose is taking around his Great Guard and Yarikav to try and just get at AmaTeresU, maybe pull his units around. If I were him, I'd actually micro, so I'd take this I'd take the Yarikav unit around to this flank, try and draw one of these units, the Ariash or the Yarikav, and then I'll take the Great Guard round the back and slap Mr. AmaTeresU's Tokugawa's general right in the face. But it looks like he's not going to be doing that. And this is good that AmaTeresU is deciding to take the workshop, because obviously if Belroise's army does get into... sorry. If he does get into his Yari wall, those melee defense stats are going to be ridiculously OP, and it's going to, you know, AmaTeresU is going to have a very, very tough time trying to take it out. But at the moment, AmaTeresU can afford to sit here pretty. He has played a lot of sort of spear walls in his time, I think. He played the one against Surav in the first tournament, the Christmas Cup, and he did manage to win pretty convincingly against Surav with that. I'm sorry, Surav, for mentioning it. I know you don't like it, but yeah, it looks like Belriose is going to be retreating his units, but they're going to be chomped up by this Yarikav at the same time. You stop them there. No, you want to keep them going. And AmaTeresU has pulled up his archers, trying to provoke Belriose, it looks like, from moving his Mashlock Ashigaru. So Belriose is really kind of in a bit of a pickle here. His units are going to be very, very vulnerable to missile fires. These guys have only got 3 armor. And he's got no Dachi and Monks, who have both got 2 armor. So actually, AmaTeresU has bought the perfect counter build to what Belriose has brought, because Belriose has actually bought the same army every battle, I think. And this is something which I try not to do in a tournament. I try not to... sorry. I try not to always bring the same kind of army every single tournament or every single battle, because otherwise people could talk to each other and they can ask each other what Vendetta brang, and I don't like that. So it looks like his Matchlock Ashigaru are going to be trying to pick away at some of AmaTeresU's cav, but I think he hit some of his own guys in succession, and now we're going to get a good matchlock fire from some samurai. No, we're not, because obviously, as I was saying, this map is not good for matchlocks, because you know, you've got all these hills and your units will basically be firing into the ground, which isn't great. And it looks like we've got a bit of a cav battle going on over here. Looks like the Great Guard are going to be winning against Belroise's Great Guard. And oh, I think I just heard something. Yeah, the bow. These guys really need to be in their loose formation, or they need to be doing that special, what's it called? Swooping Crane. They need to be either doing Swooping Crane, which makes them harder to hit, I think, and also increases their accuracy. Again, who would have known? Running around on a horse, firing a bow makes you more accurate. You know, some things are just beyond my comprehension. But anyway, so these matchshots are going to be unleashing into Belroise's Great Guard, which is not a great move. He doesn't want to be running his guys in front of those, and also I think AmaTeresU is preparing for some sort of battle here. He's pulled back his skirmishing force, and it looks like he's won the cavalry engagement. So this is now going to force Belriose forward, as he's now going to be outmaneuvered. He's out-skirmished, and really he's got no other option but to charge. But unfortunately for him, using the unfortunately word again, his units are very vulnerable to missile fire, and there we go. We now see the lovely fire arrows there by all 3 monks, and it wipes this unit down by 50 men. Oh, this is so beautiful. and immediately it's not going well for Belriose, and he's now being unleashed. He really has to get these guys up and start engaging with these monks and put them into their spill as soon as they're a few meters away. Belriose has done a good job with his Matchlock Ashigaru though, as these guys are going to be retaliating with some good fire into the Matchlock Samurai, but really he's probably going to have to go for all of these melee units. You know, I'm going to have to try some sort of skirmish army in Avatar Online Match-Made mode. But yeah, it looks like AmaTeresU is trying to pull up and support with some Great Guard on this flank, as the Great Guard are managing to chop down these Ashigaru units. And it looks like Belriose is just going to run in and lose patience, but it looks like he's only just managed to get his spear wall in. I'm not sure if he has, and he's going to charge his Nodachi into the back. And he needs to put his general into stand and fight, do some rallying, do some inspiring. But as we saw in his battle against Seraph, he did do very well with the timing of that rally. And AmaTeresU has already put his guys into their rally. I'm not sure if he's inspired a unit, but he's definitely in the stand and fight, which is going to make him very hard to, just be combated. So AmaTeresU's got a good Great Guardian left. He's going to smack into the back of these Long Yari. That is definitely a good move to make, and that's going to be very, very helpful. I'm not sure the Naginata Warrior Monks are beginning to rout here. They're losing decisively. I think it is because these guys are going to be in Spear Wall, and these Long Yari have actually got pretty decent morale considering they just got hit by some Great Guard. And it looks like AmaTeresU is going to get a nice little rear charge here with the Katana Samurai. This is perfect, sandwiching these monks. The Penguins are not going to be happy, and it looks like he's really beginning to mince up all of... Oh no, his general, Belriose' general, is now under attack by some Great Guard. This is definitely not going well for Belriose at the moment. He's a bit piecemeal, and he has brought his Matchlocks around the side to try and hit those monks from the side, but I think those monks have just wiped out those Long Yari. And yeah, this is not good for Belriose. He's getting torn apart by all these skirmishing units. These guys got 150 kills. These guys 120 and these guys 90, along with the Matchlocks who have all got, 100 kills each? Yeah, it's pretty beast, if I may just say. And it looks like Belriose is just hanging on here, but I don't think he'll be hanging on for so much longer, because I think his general just got killed here by these Great Guard, and the Great Guard is going to get eaten alive by these Matchlock units. But unfortunately, using that word again, Belriose' army has been broken up. His Long Yari wall, unfortunately, used the word again. his Yari wall just wasn't very effective. He got charged, I think, a little bit too quickly for him, and he couldn't hold the line. And you've also got to remember the skirmishing power, the raw skirmishing power of AmaTeresU was absolutely epic. And I think he did manage to pick away at Belriose' general a little bit with those bow monks. These Matchlock on the side are trying to do a flank, but it's going to be too late, and they're going to get torn apart by these Matchlock Samurai, who have got that rapid fire and also got the fire by rank. And it looks like in the centre, these units are holding on. What are they? Are they some Yari Hero? Yep, Yari Hero with 44 morale. They're still hanging on, but they're just going to get swept from the field. And yeah, I mean, Belriose is just going to try and do a little ditch effort, try and teach these bow monks a lesson for peppering him all lesson, and he's going to go with some bow cav, but AmaTeresU is going to easily counter that with some matchlocks and rip them to shreds. So that was an exceptional kind of battle. I absolutely loved it. A good 20,000 fun battle. Some nice tactics being played there, some good ideas to pick up on, and yeah, some very classic good cav fights, spear fights. Very, very nice to see skirmishing, because we never get to see it very much, and AmaTeresU is an excellent skirmisher. So I hope you've enjoyed the battle, and we'll go over to the results screen. So here we are. So AmaTeresU did bring about 200 men less than Belriose, but the enemies killed definitely shows that I think qualitatively AmaTeresU's forces were probably a bit better, and they could just chunk down Belriose's kind of Long Yari before they could even get to him, and they had to force him forward as well. That's something, if you're going to be bringing Spear Wall, I have learned personally in a lot of match made that you need to bring a good skirmishing force to force someone into your Spear Wall. So I think that's what Belriose was lacking, and losing the cavalry exchange as well meant that skirmishing and mobility of the field were really not in his favour, which forced him forward, and it just kind of made him get charged, basically, when he was unprepared, not quite in his spear wall. So we'll go into the unit stats, what did well, what did not, how good things have been changed. So AmaTeresU's skirmishing force, wow, they managed to chunk down a lot of Belriose' army. those samurai there getting a good 350 kills exactly between them, and the bow monks again, exceptional work there, all getting over 100 kills. And really, I think for the cavalry and the kind of infantry, it was more or less just a mop-up job. How did the mounted gunners still got 50 kills, which is decent, and they did manage to get a few of those cavalry at the beginning for an opener. The bow cav, I think, just kind of sat there and pecked away at some of the samurai units, but no, that actually did pretty decently. But they probably could have been used a little bit more wisely, hitting from the flanks rather than through the long yari. And the long yari weren't quite capitalised enough. Again, they were pecked down an awful lot before they actually got to AmaTeresU's army, and when they did get there, they got charged and they were just out of formation, so they weren't actually that effective. But yeah, that was an exceptional battle. Good game to both players. Thank you to everybody who participated in the Brooticus Birthday Bash. And I just want to say as well, thank you to everyone who's subscribed so far. We've had a bit of a boom this week. I think we've had about 6 or 7 subscribers in the past week or so. So I just wanted to say thank you very much for that. And we're going to try and make a lot more stuff. And also the next tournament. I just want to say the tournament we just had actually, War of the Broses. Congratulations to Churbs or Chris, more sort of commonly known, and Go Run. Thank you very much. Those two are our winners, and I'll try and make a cinematic over the next few weeks of that. AmaTeresU cinematic will be coming out of the BBB. We'll have a few other battles mixed in with that cinematic as well to beef it up a little bit, get some more scenarios. And our next tournament is going to be Vendetta's birthday. So yes, it's my birthday on the 6th of April. You may be thinking, hey, Vendetta, that's a bit far off. Well, what I want to do it. I don't want to do it all in one night, basically. I want to do it over a month. I want to create each stage is going to be a week long. So what I mean by that is that I don't mean we're actually going to have a stage that is a week long. You play your opponent during that week, sometime during that week, whichever time suits you two best, and then you send me over the replay at the end of the week, and then whoever's won goes on to the next week, and then that's going to be the next stage. So that's how I want to kind of do it. I'll bring out a video for it sooner or later. And yeah, I do hope you enjoy it, and I'm a bit undecided whether it's going to be a 32 player tournament just yet. I'd love it to be a 32 player tournament, which means it can go on for an extra week, but I'm not sure if we could get 32 players. But tell me what you think, and again, thank you very much for the subscriptions, and I hope you've enjoyed this battle replay. I certainly enjoyed it. We're all spectating it live, and I'm going to have to go finish off my fridge milkshake now after calming down. So thank you very much, and bye for now, guys. Vendetta out.